Yo, what is up, people? Welcome back to another week with The Warning. And today we're going to watch Danny's interview with Guitar. Now, please go and subscribe to Guitar. I just did. And I'm only going to watch 10 minutes of the video, just out of respect of Guitar. If you want to watch the full thing, go and watch it on their channel. The link is also in the description. But yeah, go and check it out. But yeah, I'm keen to see what they talk about.
Everyone, I'm Daniela Villarreal from the band The Warning.
Wait, how did she say her last name? I think this is the first time I've heard the last name. Wait.
Hi everyone, I'm Daniela Villarreal from
Danny Villarreal. I think I got that right.
the band The Warning.
Sick is an amazing song. Sick! It's so good.
So Danny, you've developed your very particular style as a player. There's a huge tone. You're known for using unconventional alternate tunings on your guitar as well, which results in a very unique sound that The Warning is obviously known for. Mm-hmm. How did you develop that signature sound?
Wow, I don't know, I guess over time, it's just what I found my way with what I needed. Like the alternate tunings came a lot out of my singing range. Like I really didn't think it through until I had to sing in another key, and it was easy for me. But making the guitar parts, it was like, whoa, I need much lower notes than what I'm usually used to. So it became a really wide spectrum of different tunings, and I could just travel with few guitars back then as well. So it was a huge kind of area of exploration for me. Like, okay, I only have two guitars. I don't want to be tuning between every song. What can I do in my playing style that kind of blends it all together? So
I really like the birds on the fretboard. I don't know why. And I really like the color, that bluey aqua turquoise color. I don't know, it goes really nice with brown. Yeah.
I can save time and also do what I love, and that's how it kind of just came naturally like that.
That's genius. That's absolutely genius because it works so well. Yeah. And PRS guitars are, of course, at the core of your artistry.
Yes, they.
I mean, look at this beauty.
It's amazing.
So cool. What made PRS guitars stand out to you the most from the rest of the brands?
Well, I feel like the first time I ever played a PRS guitar, I felt so comfortable. And as a guitar player, I grew up playing guitar, and I had a very small body as a child, and I had very heavy guitars as well. I just kind of my hands were growing, everything was just different. And when I grabbed a PRS guitar, I felt like it molded to me. It just felt so comfortable. I was having an extension of my body. So from then on, I decided to, okay, now let's explore sound and everything. It just met with my expectations. And
I think that's true. I think that I will go back, by the way, and go back a few sentences. But I think it's true, the fact that when you go to a guitar shop and you pick up a guitar and you play it, it either doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel like the right one, but then sometimes you pick up one and you're like, okay, this is the one. This feels good. If you own a guitar and you've had that similar experience, comment down below what guitar you bought that when you picked it up at the guitar shop, you were like, yep, this is the one. This feels right. Let me know, because I'm interested to see your guitars, and I am personally in the market to buy a guitar. So yeah. Let me know.
Of my body. So from then on, I decided to, okay, now let's explore sound and everything. It just met with my expectations, and it's also a very reliable guitar to tour with, because it withstands everything. And we go through a lot of different climate changes. It goes through a lot of just being stored a long time, and they're in perfect condition. In every sense, they were just my dream guitars. Yeah.
I think people forget about that, especially with acoustic guitars, acoustic steel strings guitars. The wood changes. The wood kind of swells up sometimes which messes up the tuning. But yeah, it's interesting. PRS is able to withstand that. It's pretty good.
That's a really good choice. And it's so versatile as well. You got so many sounds out of this custom 24 you're playing. Yeah. And there's a really cool feature that you have incorporated into your guitar. Can we show that to the camera?
Look at this. Look at this. I hope this is what you're talking about, because I have.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I have incorporated my own lightsaber into my guitars. I feel like a Jedi every time I'm on stage.
LEDs are pretty cool. A very cool idea. Do many other bands do it? I don't know, but it's a very cool idea.
But yeah, we've been playing sometimes. We do not have, when we were starting playing, we did not have a lighting operator. We could just get whatever at the venues. So sometimes they would go really dark on stage, and I was like, I can't see what I'm playing. So we got this idea of, adding lights to the guitar. It's a very scary process the guitar goes through, but it's so worth it.
Yeah, how do they get the lights in? Because they would have to rig up electrical wires as well. Would they have to take apart the whole guitar to put it into the neck? Do you guys know how they do it? Let me know.
Act is absolutely mind-blowing. Yeah, I can imagine at the dark stage. This must be so cool.
So now I don't get lost.
Yeah.
Even in total darkness, which is cool.
And how important is the PRS sound to your creative process?
Oh, very important. I like to be loud. And especially for live performances, I'm the only guitar on stage. So I have to have a presence, I need to have that guitar sound be fully, have it be fully enveloping like the whole stage,
Yeah, to cover all those harmonies and
all that spectrum of those frequencies to be, full. And this guitar performs so well in that sense. It has a lot of presence. So this sound grew up with me and my guitar sound. And I also use a lot of, what's the word?
Pedals? Or pitch shifters? Pitch shifters, yeah.
So I could have different octaves as well, apart from the bass. So I use little tips and tricks to fill in on that space.
So is that your main kind of the core of your live rig, would you say, is just that kind of extra modulation that you add to fill in those layers?
Those layers, especially when whenever I'm not doing chords, I like to have still that big sound. But yeah, that's basically my sound. It usually goes with a low octave also.
And digital or Valve?
Oh, okay. So, for traveling purposes, digital, but of course I love a good Valve and an analog rig. There's for the studio, that is the way to go for sure. But my touring gig is digital. Yes,
I think digital is just as good. I know there's a lot of haters out there for digital, but I think digital emulation is just as good. It's fine. It gets the same sound. Obviously, it doesn't feel the same, but, still pretty good. Especially for the warning, if they're traveling, trying to get that sound everywhere. It's pretty important.
Words get complicated.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. That's for sure. Handling lead guitar parts with rhythm guitar parts and singing pretty intricate melodic lines on top of all that in your second language. That's one hell of a job.
Oh my God, I've never heard it phrased like that. And it sounds, it's now come more naturally to me as I keep growing as a musician. But yeah, no, it gets a little crazy. And album after album, it gets more complicated. I feel if I could do the past album, I can do it.
Just push yourself.
Just complicate my life more. And then I just get on stage and I'm like, why did I do this?
So what does your practice routine look like to achieve all that? Because it looks so effortless on stage.
Thank you so much. No, there's a lot of practice behind it and a lot of patience of playing really slow. And maybe sometimes just padding on my legs, whatever I'm doing on the guitar and whatever I'm doing on the vocal, for my brain to really get used to what the rhythms of both things.
You know what I have to say, people go on all the time about how amazing it is to have perfect pitch. I actually don't think having perfect pitch is that impressive, but what I do think is impressive is, especially all three of them, their ability to lock in on a tempo. Like, if they have a tempo, they play to the tempo perfectly. They know the tempo, they practice it, and it's effortless. And part of the effortless on stage is because they are so locked into the tempo, it matches up to the backing tracks, to the lighting, so it matches up perfectly. So yeah, hats off to them, because their ability to keep tempo and lock in on the tempo is pretty good. Like, I've seen some pretty high level bands and musicians who struggle with tempo, so pretty good from the warning, pretty good.
But yeah, no, it's a lot of different work. And then now I have a pedal on my rig that I use. It's called the noise pedal, and it just makes a little weird noise, but it's very rhythmic as well. So now I'm adding my feet to the equation at the same time. Okay, it feels like I'm playing hopscotch.
So it's almost like a drummer,
Yeah. It's a journey for sure.
That's insane. Amazing. So mind-blowing. So many talents.
My left leg is going to be super strong because now I'm in one foot and playing and just clicking stuff on.
Just tap dancing on stage.
Yeah.
So The Warning is a family band, right? Three sisters. How cool is that?
It's so cool. Yeah.
I'm sure, being out on the road, it must be so comforting to have that trust and support with all the challenges that life on the road throws at you.
I'm trying to pick up on the host's accent. I'm trying to pick up on it. It's hard to tell. It's a mix of a few. If you know it, let me know in the comments.
But would you say there are any challenges between you as a family, especially when it comes to maybe creative decisions?
I mean, my sisters and I are best friends. And of course we have creative differences. And as every sisters, we have our discussions, and we do have our fights of what clothes we wear, and what seat in the car we're in, the usual stuff, But we know each other so well that we know how to read each other and our emotions. And now we know that throughout the years, learning to communicate what we're going through has been key in our communication, because now we can just say hey, I'm going through this, I need some time, or I have this opinion and this is why, for personal reasons. We really know how to talk to each other, and really feel like that's what has made us stronger and why we're still here.
Yeah, it's a superpower. They're going to be together for 40 years. Their ability to communicate, and you can see it on stage. It just shows, Some bands on stage, you can tell there's friction, A bit like Fleetwood Mac, I guess. But these guys, yeah, they're going to be together for a long time. I can't see anything breaking them apart. They're just their style. They seem like a band that will stick around for a long time.
Yeah, for sure. That makes you kind of sets you apart from other bands where there's so many differences between people's, maybe backgrounds as well, or personal lives, whereas you know exactly what's going on.
Exactly. And we're very proud of that, because we started as kids, and so we all went through the phase of growing up or not knowing who we were, and also being on the road, living in a bus, and kind of but at the same time that connect us so much because we're going through the same things. So yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah. And those early stages of your career, how did you navigate the entire pathway to take you to where you are today, landing a record label deal, as well as being able to obviously do these amazing tours with such big names in the industry?
Well, thankfully, we had a great team that we got to navigate it with, because we had no idea. My parents are not musicians. We were just figuring stuff out. We didn't know anything about the music industry, and we just kind of went step by step. And we're very thankful for the people that we met along the way that kind of were able to guide us through. And we're accepting of our limits and boundaries of what steps we will be able to choose or not. Because we got the opportunity to make very big steps at the very beginning, but we didn't really want to do something that we were not ready for yet.
Of course.
We were kids.
Yeah.
So honestly, I'm just very thankful for the whole journey. And that we get to live out our dreams and doing what we like at our own pace.
Yeah.
And that,
so whatever was meant to be kind of came at the right place at the right time.
for sure.
That is brilliant.
Nice. Now, on that note, I'm going to end the video here because if you would like to watch the full video, please go and check it out on Guitar. I just want to give Guitar, you know, the entire respect that they deserve from this amazing interview. Please go and check them out. And yeah, thank you Guitar for letting me use this video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you this weekend with our weekends with the warning. Yep, I'll see you then. Thank you for watching, and peace.